Heretic is the brand new A24 film that just hit theaters. This comes from the directing duo Scott Beck and Brian Woods. They co-created the A Quiet Place franchise with John Krasinski in 2018 by writing that original movie. Their last directed film was the disappointing 2023 film 65. In this new film, Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East play two sisters of a church who are going around and for people who are interested in joining the church or converting to Catholicism, they are coming over to have that conversation with them in person. The one person on their list is Mr. Reed, who is played by Hugh Grant, and they begin to have a bit of a discussion on religion and things like that. But the two sisters realize that there's something more sinister going on when they enter the home of Mr. Reed. The film is an hour and 50 minutes long and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnerberg. We're talking Heretic. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. People have been pronouncing it all over the place on the internet, so I'm just trying to figure out the best way I can do it. So sorry, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell for the channel. If you're new to the channel, we just hit 250 subscribers. So thank you guys so much on the journey to 500. Please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I talk movies, TV shows, out of theater reactions. I do movie franchise rankings and a box office breakdown show every Tuesday. So like any one of those things, subscribe, ring the bell, comment down below. What are your thoughts on this movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you super religious or not? Let me know your personal preferences in the comment section down below. And also, please like the video. So I was very excited about this movie, obviously, for the creators of The Quiet Place. To me, created one of the most genius horror ideas that in my entire life with the first A Quiet Place movie. So whenever they have their names attached to something, I get excited. 65 left me really disappointed last year. But this movie has A24 and Hugh Grant playing a character that he really has never played in his career. Obviously, he's well known for playing the good-looking romantic lead in a billion movies in the 90s and early 2000s. But more recently, he's been in a lot of more just straight-up comedies. He's had villain roles in films like Dungeons and Dragons. So he's kind of been making some interesting career choices over the last 5 to 10 years. And this one seems the most interesting. He's playing a straight-up antagonist. And I got excited. So here are my thoughts on Heretic. And overall, I found this to be a really, really interesting, thought-provoking film. Now, right away, it will be divisive because this movie is main topic and the whole story revolves around religion. You have two people, two sisters of a church. One person is very much religious. One person is a converted person in this religion. And Hugh Grant is someone who is the antagonist, and his whole villainous, I guess, role is questioning religion and questioning what is the true religion, is there a God, things like that. And right away, this is going to lead to a lot of people just not even giving this movie a chance or having disdain for it while watching the movie. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, with my religious stuff, I am not someone who is very religious. I am proudly Jewish, but I'm not someone who is super religious, as they say. So it takes a lot to, well, it doesn't take a lot. I can get offended definitely easily as pertains to Jewish things. But again, movie has to prove to me and answer questions without interfering with that. And I think this movie does a really good job on any spectrum of religion. I saw the movie with someone who is not religious, is an atheist, and we both had similar feelings about the movie. I think some people might find this movie to be offensive. I don't think the movie is doing that. I think the movie gives a good glimpse at really everyone's look on religion. If it's I don't think they're trying to say there's a right way to religion or a wrong way to religion. I think this movie does a really good job of having philosophical discussions that make you think. And this movie is heavily reliant on the screenplay because this is a talky movie, which I hate to say, but for people out there, so you know. I found the dialogue to be really strong in the movie because the first, especially hour of the movie, is all discussions. Characters are sitting down at a table or characters are standing up in a room talking about religion, how they found religion, why is religion important to them, what is going to be the impact on religion for centuries to come. And I found the movie to be fascinating to listen to. It made me think about things. That was all really good. From a performance level, the movie it really is a three-person show with Grant, Thatcher, and East, and everyone is terrific. But Hugh Grant obviously has the show-stealing, the juicy role in this movie, and this is some of the best casting of the whole year because Hugh Grant, obviously, forget about real life stuff in movies, is usually the charming, good-looking hero in a lot of these movies. And this is a really good role reversal for him. He has that charm. Luckily, none of these characters are in these type of psychological thrillers or mystery thrillers. None of these characters are making outrageously stupid decisions, which I really enjoyed. And Hugh Grant is fantastic because he has that charm that you understand why these two girls would think that this is a comfortable situation to be in. And he does a great job of when he has to flip the switch, he can flip the switch. But he has that charisma, that bravado that he has throughout the entire movie that I really enjoy. This is definitely going to go down as one of my favorite Hugh Grant performances. It has the charm, the appeal that he has in the majority of his movies, but he has a new layer that he adds into this movie that makes him both charming and terrifying at the same time. The two other lead performances, Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East, are fantastic. They both are playing two, really, in my opinion, completely different characters with two completely different backstories, but are united through religion. And again, those characters, the more than anything in the movie, could have been written to be really stupid because they're walking into a stranger's house and they have to make decisions throughout the entire film. But I was never yelling or thinking in my head, oh, this is an out of character decision. I actually found the characters to be written to be really smart. But the two lead performances by Thatcher and East are fantastic. They do feel like real people who are reacting to real things in this situation, which I enjoyed. The setup of the movie got me engaged. This was definitely one of the more engaging films that I've seen so far in 2024. It's shot very well. I like the score a lot. And the movie definitely had me invested in making sure the characters would make it out of the situation. Now, on a negative level, I think the movie has such a great premise and such a great setup that it is really hard for this movie to completely sustain it. And I would say I was more on the edge of my seat in the first hour of the movie, and I found myself wishing I was on the edge of my seat towards especially the last 30 minutes. I don't think the ending is bad or anything, but after the movie, I was kind of like, yeah, the ending was good. I think I wanted the ending to be great. If the ending was great, this would easily be in my top 10 movies of the year. I don't think the buildup for the movie it was so much better than the conclusion to the movie. That's, I think, my most major concern. There's a big story decision where the movie, halfway through the movie, goes back and forth between two plot lines, and it's cutting between them at the same time. And one of the plot lines because they were doing two things at once, it pulled me out of the main story going on. Like we had the big three, and then they had someone kind of walking around house to house, and we're kind of going back and forth between those two storylines. Every time we cut away from the main three characters of the movie, completely lost the momentum of the film. So those are my two kind of major concerns. I think the premise is really good. I was on the edge of my seat with the premise, but as the movie went on, I don't think the movie captured my attention as much as I wanted it to. So overall, I found this to be a really thought-provoking mystery thriller that feels original and made me think throughout the entire film, though I wish the momentum was sustained from point A to Z. So overall, I'm going to give Heretic a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm going to go 80% for the new A24 film. What are your thoughts on this movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, like the video, comment, and I'll see you guys very soon.